Now, organised crime is in focus in the Western Cape today. Police Minister Bheki Cele has given updates on the province's organised crime levels. Contact crime in the province have also increased between April and June this year. This while the Muslim Judicial Council and civil society are discussing the country's safety and security. Joining me now from Cape Town is our reporters Nobesuthu, Hejana and Monique Mortlock. Nobesuthu, I'm going to start with you because you spent the day with the minister. He gave an update on organised crime in the Western Cape. What did he say?
Well, Maseko, when the minister was briefing the media this morning, he did touch on various topics which include organised crime, killings, kidnappings, as well as arrests in the province. But I was focusing mainly on my side with the arrest in the province, where he was saying that while there has been a decrease or at the lowest increase of 0.2% in the murder rates in the province, contact crime remains the biggest concern in the Western Cape. In fact, while he was saying that, he also applauded the judiciary as well as the police, saying that about 118 people were arrested in the province and convicted, and saying that while they are happy with those numbers, but the biggest hindrance in the province is the fact that there are police officers that are corrupt, and saying that between 1st April and September, 24 police officers were arrested in the province, where they were also involved in such crimes like extortions, fraud and so forth. But let's take a listen to the minister when he talks about the arrest made in the province.
From the 1st of April to the 11th of September 2022, the courts have handed down 21 life sentences to the perpetrators of murder and rape. A total of 118 people were convicted on serious crimes, such as 27 people convicted of murder, 84 of rape, 2 attempted rape, 2 for robbery with aggravating circumstances, and the remainder were convicted of charges of kidnapping, attempted murder, and the GBH. These individuals are collectively serving 1,401 years imprisonment.
Nobesuthu, 83 people killed in the Western Cape in the past week. Did the minister say anything about this issue?
Certainly, the latest murder of the 39-year-old sergeant from Cape Town Station is the latest addition to the 83 people that have been killed in the province. The minister saying that they are partnering with the local municipal officers or the agencies in the province, but one of the issues is that there have not yet been quite a number of people that have been arrested in some of those instances, but saying that between the 1st of April and the September, there were cases where about 9 people were arrested for their part or their role in the killings of police officers, and also touching on the latest incident where some concerns have been raised in terms of like the safety of the magistrates, saying that about 4 or 3 cases are outstanding currently, where he also cited the murder of the magistrate Romeo van Rooyen. But let's take a listen to the minister talking about the increasing of the contact crime in the province.
Just a week ago, a 39-year-old police member was shot and killed on Thursday morning in the Samora Machel townships on Cape Town. Sergeant Stembeso Nantwana, who worked at the Cape Town Central Police Station, was killed while returning home after a night shift. The sergeant is one of 83 people killed in Western Cape since the 5th of September to the 11th of the same month. That is almost 7 days. This is a total of 83 people killed in the Western Cape province in 7 days. The majority of the murders took place in and around the Cape Town Metropole and Cape Flats. Arguments, robberies and gang violence remain the top causative factors for this death.
All right, let's move to Monique now. Monique, you were with the Muslim Judicial Council, and I wonder what they're saying about how they've been affected by all these kidnappings that have been taking place.
Yes, Masego, the MJC has just concluded a briefing outside of its inside of the building that you see behind me here in Athlone, and they were joined by other interfaith leaders, members of civil society, who are basically standing together and calling on not only the SAPS but also government, and we're talking about national government, provincial government and local government, to do more to clamp down on organized crime and the recent spate of kidnappings, especially of business people that we've been seeing. Just last week, a businessman by the name of Khalid Parker, he was gunned down outside of his building in what seems to be an apparent kidnapping. He was killed, and today we heard from various leaders and also affected families who have actually gone through the difficult ordeal of kidnapping. We've heard that there is fear in communities, especially in communities like the one I'm standing in, where businesses owned by small businesses owned by people who say they are fearful with the recent spate of kidnappings that have taken place. There was one person in particular whose testimony, if I can call it that, was quite powerful. That is Razik Raja. He's the son of Ismail Raja. He's a businessman who was kidnapped earlier this year, and he was held by his captors for 111 days. And Razik shared with those of us at the briefing the trauma that him and his family are still going through, even though his father is safely at home. Let's just take a listen to him sharing some of the experiences of his family, and also speaking about just the experiences with the SAPS in its handling of the case.
And there's a very big difference when you are rescued and when you are released. When you are rescued, it didn't matter if you're there for like my dad, 111 days. You have some faith in humanity. They found me. Somebody cared. To all the others that are released, you don't have faith even in the person sitting next to you, because humanity forgot you. Now, the point in case is this: when I complained and my family complained and found various politicians, I ended up at the portfolio committee. And I complained there as well, and I got a call from the DNC, and the DNC introduced me to General Khan, Major General Feroz Khan, and Colonel Dawood. And what I can say to you is that I swear to you, they worked on my dad's case as if it was their own father. From our family side, we dubbed General Feroz Khan as Iron Man and Colonel Dawood as Hulk. We've got real life heroes. And what I want to say to everyone here today is SAPS has got the resource. It might be misplaced in certain units, but they have got the resource. And that's something that South Africa needs to know.
And Monique, did the minister say anything about the latest kidnapping?
The minister said that the SAPS is doing all it can to tackle the scourge of kidnappings, especially in the Western Cape. You'll know that there is a dedicated kidnapping unit, but what the MJC is calling on is for a dedicated unit here in Cape Town or in the Western Cape, because they feel that right now the current kidnapping unit, the national one, isn't sufficient to deal with what we're seeing happening here in Cape Town, particularly those kidnappings of business people. Minister Cele did say that it's not only on the SAPS, but we need to look at the entire criminal justice system, from the SAPS right down to correctional services and the Justice Department, when we're looking at capturing these suspects and ensuring that they stay behind bars. Let's just take a listen to the minister giving us some statistics of those kidnapping cases that the SAPS here in the province is dealing with.
The TPCI Serious Commercial Crimes Unit has arrested a total of 13 fraudsters for fraud-related cases. The Western Cape Police are investigating 32 cases of kidnapping since 1st of March to September 2022. It remains encouraging that SAPS in the province continue to make inroads regarding kidnapping cases. A total of 15 kidnapping suspects have been arrested. This includes the court appearance of 5 suspects who appeared at the Wynberg Magistrate Court on Monday, 12 September 2022. The 5-member gang appeared on charges of conspiracy to commit kidnapping and other charges related to the failed kidnapping of businesswoman and Chinese nationality.
All right, our reporters Nobesuthu, Hejana and Monique Mortlock live for us in Cape Town. Let's leave it there for now.